Hi everyone, we just finished reading my children's book, The Meteorologist and Me, and learning all about what a meteorologist is. But this is where a meteorologist works, inside a TV studio. We're here at NbC 10 in Philadelphia. It's a pretty cool place with lots of technology. We're surrounded by monitors that we use to give you the news at home. This is my weather monitor, so this is where I spend all my time tracking all of our weather graphics and all of the maps that we need to tell you what's happening with the weather. We also use a clicker. You'll see us holding this, and this is how we get to the next map that we want to show you. We all wear earpieces so the producers can talk to us and tell us how much time we have. And behind the weather monitor, we actually have our weather computers, and this is where we get all of our updated information. Meteorologists get to talk about the weather each day, and wow, the weather can be really exciting.
How do we define the weather? Webster's Dictionary, or Google, defines weather as the state of the atmosphere. Depending on which part of the world you live in, you could experience hurricanes, dust storms, snow, thunder snow.
Oh, yes! 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 We got it, baby!
Ice storms, rainbows, double rainbows.
Double rainbow. Oh, my God.
And then there's tornadoes, water spouts, fire tornadoes, even hail.
Here's the wind chill.
Fog, severe thunderstorms with lightning, heavy rain, and flash flooding.
But where does all that information come from? I bet you want to know how we gather the information to present on TV.
Satellites are in outer space, taking pictures of the Earth and sending back information to weather centers around the world. You can pull up the images on the internet. Just look at the clouds moving on this satellite image. We can also learn about ocean temperatures. This information helps us forecast when a storm is going to move into your neighborhood. To track rain and snow, we use a network of radars from all over the world. This is what a Doppler radar looks like, kind of like a golf ball on a tee. Weather radars send a radio wave out to raindrops, and when it bounces back, we can tell how far the storm is and how heavy the precipitation is. Pretty cool, right? Did you know we also use weather balloons to study the atmosphere? 800 weather balloons and small radios are launched around the world every day. The balloon flies through the sky and it reports the temperature, humidity, pressure, and wind back to computer.
Once we have all of the information about the weather, now we need to tell the weather story and show you at home. One way we track severe weather is using Futurecast. Here's an example. This is a storm system near the Great Lakes, and it's going to be heading into the Philadelphia area overnight. So we can see it. We can even tell you the time, how quickly it's going to be here. So we know this is going to bring us snow right around 2 o'clock in the morning while everyone's sleeping. And if you're closer to Philadelphia, that's a wintry mix. And the green, can you guess what that is? That is rain moving through. So it all depends on your neighborhood. The reason why we're going to see snow closer to Allentown, Berks County, and up towards the Poconos is because the temperature is going to fall below, we already learned it. What's the temperature? 32 degrees. A little weather trivia. I have 3 questions for you. The first one is, how fast are the winds in a tornado? The answer is 300 miles per hour. What about how much snow fell in Philly in one day? What's the record? 27.6 inches, and that was back in 1996. Now, our third question is, what is the coldest it's ever been in Philadelphia? The answer? 16 degrees below zero, and that was in 1904. It is so fun showing you all the different ways we can really tell the weather story at home, especially when it comes to snowstorms moving in. And we can even show you a 3D image of a snowplow. Uh-oh, looks like it's time for me to go.
Sometimes you'll hear a first alert for severe thunderstorms involving lightning. Lightning strikes the U.S. 25 million times a year. Thunder is the sound lightning makes, but we see the flash before we hear the sound because light travels faster than sound. The #1 safety tip during thunderstorms is, when thunder roars, go indoors. What about under a tree? Is that a good place to stand during a thunderstorm? As you can see, it's better to head indoors. What about a plane?
Flying thousands of feet above the ground, planes are a natural target for lightning bolts.
On average, a commercial aircraft that's an airplane in commercial service gets struck once per year.
Actually, there's aluminum on the outside, so it passes right through. Not to worry, the same is true with cars.
I'm being hit by lightning.
But the safest bet is just to head indoors if you can. Flash flooding is another dangerous weather event. It happens when it rains a lot in a short amount of time and the water has nowhere to go. The safety rule is turn around, don't drown. What do you think? Is it a good idea for this driver to drive through this flooded roadway? Not a smart move. And remember, floods are the #1 weather-related killer.
I'm Tim Furlong. I'm the Delaware reporter for NbC 10. I'm also a licensed drone pilot. And this right here is my drone. There are a lot of rules and regulations we drone pilots have to follow, but you can do some pretty cool stuff with a drone. We can use it for beautiful photography and video, but you can also use drones to see how weather affects an area, to see tornado damage, or even inspect rooftops to see if there was any damage from storms. Some drones have searchlights and loudspeakers, and some can drop life preservers to people caught in a rip current. The drone also allows us to get better shots from different perspectives. There's no way I could get a shot like this from a camera on the ground, right? And a drone is much cheaper and more practical than flying a helicopter. And let's be honest, drones look pretty cool, right? And they're very fun to fly.
And sometimes meteorologists get to leave the studio.
And we are upside down with your 4-sound forecast!
Going 600 miles per hour in a fighter jet.
NorCal departure on 127.97. 27.
Welcome back.
It was a little too fast, and yes, I passed out.
All right, I think I
You passed
out for a second.
You sure did.
Then there's reporting live from the field during Super Bowl. Go Eagles! And when it gets very cold, we still like to have a little fun, this time with Gritty.
Within 20 minutes, completely frozen solid here.
Weather, as you can see, is awesome and always changing. I think it's safe to say you now know a little bit more about the weather and meteorologists. Now it's your turn to try.